There we go. All right, hold on. Looks like we're cooking. Looks like we're cooking. All right, now I've got to. All right, where's my game audio? There we go. All right, now I got to update one more link. My gosh. That was rough. Okay. Hold on. Let me pop out the chat. Teach me to mess with settings. All right, let me get my game audio coming over. It's going over. Cool. All right, looks like we're good to go. Let me see if everybody comes back in. Okay. Okie freaking dokie. Okie freaking dokie. Ah, man. That was rough. All right, everybody. I think this is it. We might be getting the dev to join soon. All right. Here goes. Is this Zach? I cannot hear you.
It's Zach. Can you hear me?
I can. Awesome. Let me see if I can make you a little louder.
Yeah, does this help? Turning it up on my side a little bit.
It did.
Cool.
So what is up, man? I have been playing this and having fun tonight. Lawn care simulator, that is.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Yeah, I just tuned into your stream, and I actually wasn't aware of the Mississippi Gamer Society till recently, so it's pretty cool to hear about it.
Awesome. Yeah, we
Love
try to do a lot to promote Mississippi gamers and all that. Keep a safe space for everybody playing and just keep it cool here in the South.
Yeah, that's really cool that you're doing that, because it's not as common down south to have these types of groups. I know I mentioned it before in our Discord, but yeah, I held a game developer meetup for the southern Mississippi. We even had people drive down from Jackson and stuff, and that was really interesting. Getting to see other people from kind of your local area interested in the same thing you're interested in. So definitely excited to be a part of the Mississippi Gamer Society, and I'll definitely be pitching in a little more now that I know about it.
We're glad to have you here, man. Is there anything you'd like to say to chat? I don't know how many people tuned back in. We had some internet issues. We had about 10 something people on earlier, and I don't know what we're at now. Probably about 3 or 4, maybe. I wasn't joking when I said I could give you exposure to tens of people.
Hey, we'll take everything we can get. We're just a couple group of dads. I'll give a short intro just about us, and then we can kind of just chat about the game. Yeah, so it's me and my buddy Edward Depew. We're a couple dads. We work together. We've been friends for a while now, and we've both really enjoyed these creative outlets. As we've gotten older, I quickly took to game development, and I think he originally started with film, and once we kind of realized we were both really into these like creative mediums, we decided to start working together, and this is kind of our first big project together. And we started a studio called Moonlighter Games, and it's kind of a homage to exactly what that means. So Moonlighter is someone who, works in the wee hours of the day, and that's kind of what we do. We work together professionally as developers in the day, and then at night we put our heads down and work on whatever game ideas we have. And right now that's Lawn Care Simulator, which is in early access. It's been in early access for about a month, and in that short time, I think we've already put 5 or 6 patches up. A couple of those were just like bug fixes, and we've released 3 maps already. Lawn care simulator, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of exactly how it sounds. You're simulating lawn care, but that might sound like boring to some, but it's supposed to be relaxing and cozy. We're going for what if Power Wash Sim was lawn care, and so that's kind of what our guiding star is: Power Wash Sim, but lawn care.
Simulator games have really taken off over the past decade or so. But I
Yeah,
I gotta give you praises, man. I've played a lot of simulator games, and this one runs fantastic. I don't know what kind of type of black magic you guys are doing over there, but um,
that's
this
awesome. I'm
this one,
glad to hear it
and
because
I'm running it on an
we
eight-year-old PC at this point.
nice. That's really good to hear because we're trying to shoot for if it runs good on a Steam Deck, then it ought to run good on most stuff. And
Yeah,
we've got a couple friends and players out there who say it runs good on the Steam Deck. But when we released just 6 weeks ago on early access, it actually performance wasn't too hot, and a couple weeks later we were able to double the performance. So
oh, very nice.
I'm glad to hear it's working on yours. And just a little secret, we've actually increased the performance another 20-30% in the next update that comes out in a few
Very
days. So,
nice.
yeah, so glad to hear it's working good for you. So are you on Evelyn Street right now? I got your stream pulled up.
I believe
Is it
so.
the snow level?
Yes.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's actually a homage to Edward Depew, the artist of the group. This is a house he basically grew up in, and he
Very
modeled
cool.
it himself. And he said he's mowed this yard many a times with the push mower.
Yeah, I think I've gotten all I could with the riding mower, and probably about to swap over to the weed eater. But
Nice, nice.
I know this is
So, what are your
probably
thoughts so far? I guess.
so far I'm
I
digging
guess
it, man.
diversity
I
level.
didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I've played a few others, and quality varies, and this seems to be a decent product so far, man. I've played a lot of House Flipper. That's probably the closest comparison I have to this.
Nice, nice.
But
We
yeah,
actually got reached out to from that publisher
oh,
about
very nice.
publishing the game. And that was a big internal discussion we had for months, and we eventually decided to self-publish. But yeah, House Flipper is a pretty fun game too.
I think in the long run, that's going to be the way to go. So that's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah. Yep, yep.
So is this? You said this is your guys' first big game. I noticed on Steam you guys had a couple other games.
Yeah, actually, so the way Steam groups it, we've got one other game, Nano Planet Survivors, and then there's another game out there that for whatever reason Steam is putting under our name. I
Okay.
can't actually remember the name of it. We were actually interested in that too. We asked each other, "Are you secretly working on another game?" Not telling us. But yeah, Nano Planet Survivors was actually my first game. That was a much smaller scope game. It was more for me to test the waters on like how to release a game on Steam, what the do's
Yeah.
and don'ts are, and that was a fun game. If you ever played Vampire Survivors,
Oh my gosh, yes.
um,
We
it's basically, yeah, it's Vampire Survivors. You play that one though?
Yeah, we had a brief podcast for a while called Bargain Bin Buddies, where we it was me and 3 other guys. We found a game that costs $5 or less, and Vampire Survivors was the first one that got picked. And we
Strong.
only one person in our group had played it, and yeah, we were all pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, I was working on a game that was totally different. So it was kind of initially the idea for Nano Planet was Stardew Valley, but you're in space. I have a
Yeah.
couple videos on my YouTube channel about it, about basically like you're on this other planet and you're trading with these people and you got to like rehabilitate the planet. And I started working on it, and I've been working on it for like 3 or 4 months, and then I played Vampire Survivors, and I was like, this is freaking fun. I should make a game like this.
Yeah, that's a
So I
genre
just
that started
completely
blowing up a lot
pivoted.
lately too. Yeah.
Yeah. I completely pivoted to that and spent another like I don't know, like 6 months on it, and I'm pretty happy with that. It was a completely solo developed game. I did all the art. I did half the music. I paid one other guy for the other half of the music, and um, yeah, it's fun. It's hard. That's like the number one critique I get about that game is like initially it's pretty hard, but once you get into it and unlock a few abilities, it's very much a space Vampire Survivors. So
Very nice. I'll have to check that one out later. A guy in the chat
yeah.
want to know if you were hiring.
If I was hiring, I would probably hire myself full time first. I,
Moonlighter,
me
baby.
and, yeah, exactly. Me and Ed, we do this, and from like once the kids go to bed till as late as we're willing to stay up, and that's kind of the progress we make on it. So, I ideally, hopefully, one day we are hiring, but not at this moment.
I gotcha.
But yeah, Lawn Care Simulator is the first we've done as a group. We did a few Game Jam games, and if y'all aren't familiar with Game Jams, it's just like two days to like a week. They give you a theme, and you have to make a game in that super short time frame. And we did a few of those together, and we were like, you know what, we work pretty well together. Let's make a game together. And so this was actually Ed's idea initially, and it started out 2D. He's got a really cool 2D version of this. And one day he tried to do it 3D and asked for my help with the grass shader to get the grass a little more realistic. And I kind of never stopped helping, and it just became our project for the last, I guess, 7 or 8 months. So
Very nice.
yeah, I'm actually super proud of the grass. This is many iterations of this.
Dude,
As
I
you
am
can see,
impressed.
there's
I mean, you can
there's
see
mow
the
lines.
yeah. It's insane, dude.
Every individual blade is tracked. We could, in theory, make you cut every single blade. We don't do that because we found that that's way too strict. But
We thank you
yeah,
for that.
you got mow lines. You can make it lean certain ways. You got tire tracks. You can go back over it with the mower to give yourself like diagonal patterns in the grass. There's actually a hidden key. I have to go actually look it up. It's so hidden I forgot which key it is. There's a key that lets you change the cut height, so you can cut it taller or shorter. I
Okay.
want to say it's E, but I could be
Yeah, I
wrong,
noticed
but-
that the riding mower cut a lot higher than the push mower. I mean, not a lot higher,
so
but noticeable.
the intention there was we wanted to give the different mowers different cut heights, so that eventually, and there's 3 cut heights per mower if you can find the key. I think it's the T key on keyboard. But the intention was there though, to let people kind of like do designs in the grass and give them different heights to do so. So
That'd be sick.
yeah. We're trying to get some of those screenshots, of people doing different mow lines or designs, or some people draw smiley faces in the grass with a weed eater and stuff. So pretty cool.
I gotta say, the trailer for this was nice too.
Yeah, I give that all to Ed. That was, I mean, he's pretty great with the art. He does it professionally for our main job, and he does a damn good job with it here. So
Very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I found you guys thanks to Ed's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's been pretty active in the Gamer Society Facebook page for the past month or so, and I think I got the yard. He just kind of threw it up there, so I decided to check it out, and yeah, that's networking for you.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad he did that because now I know about Mississippi Gamer Society. Do y'all do meetups or do y'all do any
There
sort
is a
of
monthly fighting
together?
game tournament at
Oh,
Dogmud in
nice.
Ridgeland. I don't know what part of
Mm.
Mississippi you're located in, but most of our events are in Ridgeland. We're starting to branch out. Our esports director, he does most of the in-person stuff. We've done conventions every now and then. I think we're moving off from Mississippi Comic Con, but don't know what we're doing yet. Um, Hopefully, we'll know in the near future.
Nice. Yeah, we're located down on the coast, so
Gotcha.
we'll have to be both for that area. But definitely have to make the trip at least once or twice. Come meet in person.
One thing I was super impressed with, and I don't know, I'm not like super into development or anything, but the way that the hedge trimmer moves along the shrubs.
Yeah.
How difficult was that?
That was pretty difficult. If you play the demo, I don't think it's like this in the demo. So in the demo, it kind of just stays to your hip, when you're not looking at the shrub and it's kind of like off to your hip to the right side. In the demo, it's like that the whole time, and you're just kind of like stabbing the hedges to cut the branches. But that was actually one of the feedback we got from the demo is that like the worst feeling tool was the hedge. So shortly after the demo in October, I revisited it. There's a lot of math that goes into that and calculating like what direction the hedge is facing and what direction you're facing and
I
trying
can
to get
imagine.
trying to assume which way the hedger should be. And yeah, I'm super happy with it. After we did that, we got polar opposite feedback where people were saying like, "Hey, you could just make a game from the hedging mechanic and just make the whole game about like hedging stuff." And so that's actually what inspired some of our later levels. And I think if you're on Evelyn Street, you're on level 3.
This is the third, yeah.
I think, yeah. So right now, the 7th level is the museum, and kind of the focus there is like a giant hedge that you have to do. And so, from the positive reception we got from the new hedger, we're gonna reintroduce the museum. It's gonna come back a few times, and you're gonna get to hedge these really large topiaries, I think is the term.
Very
So,
nice. I thought I broke the game earlier in the tutorial, but you guys surprised me again. I don't remember exactly what I did. I forgot to I bagged the garbage, but I had accidentally closed the prompt, so I didn't know to put the garbage bags in the trash can initially. So I reached over the whatever you want to call it, little barrier, and grabbed the hedger and started doing whatever I could reach. I was like, why won't it let me go through? So I put the hedger down and it vanished. So then I realized I could pick up the garbage bags and put them in the can. And
you
when
threw
I
the
finished,
hedger away?
the hedger just vanished. But
What?
but I thought I was gonna have to restart the whole tutorial. I looked around and it reappeared. So I didn't know if that was a fail safe or just happy accident.
Yeah, there is an interesting, you can probably actually test it out right now. There's an interesting issue with the hedger that we're aware of that hopefully will be fixed in the next patch. But if you drop the hedger while you're actively hedging, it kind of glitches and sometimes it'll vanish and reappear back where it's supposed
That might
to
have
be.
been what I
Yeah,
did.
there's a failsafe where if it ever somehow glitches out of the map or anything like that, it'll just reappear where it started. So.
Okay.
Glad it kept you in there. That would have been a crappy way to start it. So
Oh, another thing that really impressed me was the very first real level after the tutorial, the little lot. I immediately got hit by a car. And
That's all.
the chalk outline, dude. You guys put in the effort to give me a chalk outline. I love it.
Yes.
I love it, dude. The little things.
That was just one of those little things we did, and we were like, that's hilarious. Like we can't not do that. We're thinking about adding an achievement where if you get hit by a car so many times, you're gonna get some sort of achievement for it.
Oh, SJ Jellybean in chat wants to know if there are any other ways for your character to die, and how many chalk silhouettes
No.
can you make?
There are no other ways to die as of yet that I'm thinking of. There is a really interesting other. Okay, you may not be dead, but there's another mechanic in the Nebula 9 putt level coming in the next patch. Another interactable that you can mess with. It has some
Okay.
interesting effects. You can't die, but to the chalk outline question, in theory, you could have as many as you're willing to get hit by a car. So you can just do it all day if you want.
Brandon suggests drinking gasoline as a feature. I don't know if that's something you want to implement.
We'll put that on the backlog.
But dude, no, I am impressed. This game's a lot of fun. I sent it to the rest of the admin team. Somebody else said that they were super excited to try it out.
Sweet.
So maybe.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's all the little stuff that really gets us motivated because, when it's all said and done and we have 20 plus levels of just like mowing lawns, like it's all the little extras in the levels that really get you excited. So we've actually got plans to go back to every level and add a couple. We've got a couple ideas for collectibles and more interactables for every level. So we
Very
really
nice.
enjoyed the little stuff like the chalk outlines. Do you have a favorite tool? Is it the hedge trimmer?
Right now it's probably the weed eater, but the hedge trimmer is slowly becoming my favorite. Last level was the first level to use it for real.
Do you have a least favorite tool? That's probably even more helpful for us.
This is probably, and I believe it's this way on purpose because it's going to be the riding mower at the moment, and it functions just like a riding mower would. That's just how it is.
Yep.
Someone in the chat
good.
earlier asked if there was a zero turn. I did not check.
There's a zero
Very
turn.
nice. That would
And
make
then
it
there's
so
an
much
upgrade
nicer.
past the zero turn, which is like this giant tractor with like 3 mowers on the front of it. So
are you super committed?
plenty ahead of you.
Are you super committed to realism, or are you gonna start adding like sci-fi tools and stuff at a later date?
Yeah, actually, we are. That's kind of what's going to differ us from Lawn Mower Simulator, if you've ever heard of that.
I've seen it, and I think I started it and was kind of bored.
Yes. We've played Lawnmower Simulator. It's a fun game, but it definitely leans into the realism.
Yeah, it is. It is exactly what it says it is.
Exactly.
And you can't hate it for that.
And then it gets. Yeah. I mean, they are what the title says, and that's great. But we wanted to do something different. We didn't want. A lot of lawn care simulator is a little easier, more streamlined. It's kind of simple to understand, and it's a little more arcadey than Lawnmower Simulator. And in that same vein, as we progress and as the lore and the story progresses, which we'll start leaning more into with the newer levels, you're gonna start getting some really interesting tools. Yeah, so like you said, some sci-fi tools, and we've got this. I probably shouldn't say this on stream because I don't know if it's ever gonna make it to the light of the day in the game, but kind of our like ideal end game is this automated tool set, and we've got two versions of this. The first is, we call it the farmhouse build, and essentially you load the trailer up with like a goat and a raccoon and like a bunch of different animals, and you place the goat down, and the goat like eats the grass. You place the raccoon goes and gets all the trash. So we've got like these wacky ideas. We've also got like sci-fi. We've got I don't want to give too much away, but we do have some sci-fi like tools in the works. The largest upgrade for the riding mower that is kind of a sci-fi mower. It's not like a real thing. So we definitely, as you progress, it's going to go more into the wacky and interesting territory, and that's going to kind of play into the lore as well. The levels that you play are going to start getting more and more out of the ordinary. And actually, the very next level that we plan on dropping sometime this week, our artist is Ed's been really hard at work at it this week. It's very interesting. I don't. You'll get mad at me if I even give the slightest clue on what it
Okay.
is.
I won't press you on it.
But it's probably going to be our most interesting level out of all of them.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I will leave it at that.
definitely
Guys,
check it out. Yeah. Yeah.
if you're watching and want to know, I put a link to this game in the video description below. It's $10, man. It's totally worth it based on what I've played tonight. Just go buy it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So, do you usually play simulator games on stream, or do you?
I have been
Kinda
told
play
that
a
I
little of
have
everything?
gaming ADD. I play anything that's not popular, basically. No, that's not true. I just kind of play a little bit of whatever I'm feeling at the moment.
Trying to stay indie? Is that kind of
Indie for the most part,
anti-
unless
Call of
it's
Duty?
like a special event, like next Friday's Pokemon Day. I was contemplating playing Fire Red, Leaf Green, just for a one-off, but
Such good games.
yeah.
I
What are
grew-
your thoughts
grew
on
up on
Nintendo
Fire-
charging
well, I grew
$20
up on Red.
for a Switch version of those games?
That's wild.
It is.
I have,
It's just the GBA ROM on the Switch.
Yeah. Do you have any emulators or anything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have the analog 3D. I'm not sure. if
dude, I
you're
want one of
familiar with
those look amazing.
Yeah.
We got a couple people who are showing theirs off in the Mississippi Gamer Society Discord, and they're nice.
that. Yeah, I love it. I have this thing that has like 1,500 games on it, and I got Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I played on my big flat screen TV. It's pretty awesome. So I don't know how I feel about $20 for a 20-year-old game, but I guess they make it simple for the people who don't know how to do emulators or
Yeah.
don't know that space. So
So what do you typically play when you're playing games, or do you just mainly work on them now?
I find it harder and harder to play games now that I work on games, only because every time I'm playing a game, in the back of my mind, like the last 9 months, it's been like every time I'm playing a game, I'm thinking I should be working on Lawn Care Simulator. There's a new map, or I
Gotcha,
could redo
yeah.
the shader. But I still play quite a bit. My kind of the game I always come back to is Rocket League. It's just
Okay.
like the easy pick up, play it for 15 minutes or 30 minutes. But the quirky game I played, have you heard of Mugenics?
I have. We've had a lot of people playing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's interesting for sure. But I've kind of been following the idea for Mugenics since he first talked about it in 2018.
Mhm.
And I was really intrigued by the idea of like breeding cats and like genetics and how the genetics affects the offspring. We talked about Pokemon. One of my favorite parts of Pokemon is the breeding mechanics, where you can like breed for certain stats and
Yeah,
breed
yeah.
for shiny. So I've been paying attention to Mugenics since the beginning, so I've definitely been playing that. It's nothing like Pokemon or any of that, so don't buy it based off of what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah, I've
very
thought
odd
about
thing.
playing it, but I've got a 3-year-old daughter who would absolutely love to play it, and I'm like, I can't play that around you.
No, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same space. I got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old daughter, so I cannot play it if they're anywhere around.
Yeah. Badminton makes fun games. My favorites, I haven't done much of Binding of Isaac, but Super Meat, I used to love Super Meat Boy.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But-
It's so cool that he just like stuck with the flash art style, and
Yeah,
I don't know, he's one of the original indie game developers. He's in the indie game, the movie. Yeah, he's kind of like in a weird way, like an inspiration for a lot of game developers because he made it. So if I could only have a fraction of his success with Lawn Care Simulator, I'd be very happy.
dude, Indie Game the movie
What
was
about-
kind of depressing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh.
They're just like all devoting their life and neglecting everything else in their life so that they could get a game out. And yeah, it's pretty. That's definitely not how it is for us. We don't.
Yeah.
We didn't quit our jobs and are like trying to barely make ends meet, and everything's riding on this game's success. It's just something we enjoy doing in our free time. So.
Oh heck yeah! Like this YouTube channel of mine, I'd love if it became like a full-time thing, but I can't put out videos. I do good to stream once a week.
Do you enjoy streaming?
I do.
Prefer
I do.
videos or streaming?
I like them both. I just don't have the time to sit down and edit stuff. I told myself I was going to try to do one video a month, every month this year, and I'm already almost done with February, and I have all the footage recorded for my next video. I wanted to do a Titanfall 2 video, but I have had zero time to sit down and get it together outside of time to stream, but that's stream time.
Yeah. Editing is a lot of work.
Oh, heck yeah.
I feel like it takes 30 minutes to record the video, then it's like 5 hours to edit it or whatever.
Yeah.
I tried to do the YouTube thing a few times, and I still think about it. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with game development a lot of times, so maybe someday I'll pick it back up. But right now, as you know, you said you have a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
You got a job and kids, it's hard to find time to do that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's awesome, though. I've never really done streaming. I did videos, and I never really did any sort of streaming.
It's something I picked up. I figured it'd be easier to. I'm not, saying it's the easy way out, but it does give you a chance to talk to people and show off the niche titles and stuff. But
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
not all of them, but most of my buddies who were streaming were just streaming Fortnite or Call of Duty and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to play those. I'm not that competitive. What if I showed somebody the weird stuff? and I love that kind of stuff. Anything by New Blood Interactive. I tried Cooking Simulator for a while. I actually really like that one for a simulator game.
Nice.
Anything food related, I really gravitate towards.
We I told you Ed and I got started from game jams. One of our first game jam, actually I think it was our very first game jam, was based off a Cooking Simulator.
Oh, very nice.
It's called Scales Food Truck, and the idea is that you're just working in a food truck on another planet, and you have these like really weird alien tools to cook the food. So these aliens would come up to your food truck and say like, I want an extra small hot dog, and so you gotta like shrink the hot dog extra small. But it's basically like just sci-fi Cooking Simulator. So that's cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, I joke if the game has a fishing mechanic, I will automatically say it's like 10 out of 10, and it's even better if it has a cooking mechanic along with the fishing stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
You're not the first person to talk about a fishing mechanic for Lawn Care Simulator. Well, you didn't directly suggest it for Lawn Care, but we had another streamer who there was an ongoing joke about wanting fishing in Lawn Care. So maybe we'll have to throw that in somewhere.
is the alien cooking game available? Somebody in chat wants to know.
Yeah, it's free. It's on itch.io. I'll see if I can find a link and throw it in the chat.
All right.
It was made over the course of a weekend, so don't expect anything crazy in terms of quality, but it's playable and it's fun and quirky. So is there a reason you're real mowing this whole thing?
I looked at the place and didn't think that I could get the riding mower in it. I was literally just thinking, wow, I've been mowing the push mower for a while. I probably could have got a bulk of this with the riding mower. And I think I may try, but at this point I'm committed.
We actually have an idea for an achievement. We haven't decided if it's going to be every level or a certain level, but to give you an achievement for using the real mower for an entire level and calling it the real one.
Nice.
That's the name of the achievement. Yep.
Oh man, well, it's been awesome having you on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm always excited to hear about local game development stuff, and I definitely wasn't aware of this, so super excited to hop on and just chat.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much faster this was. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I usually stream till about 10, so you're welcome to stay around if you got something you gotta do. I'm not forcing you off or anything. It's fun to chat.
Yeah, for sure. We can hang out and talk. You got any other questions about the game or
I am just
anything about the levels or?
about to Austin Powers myself into this little spot. But, no, we're good. We're good. Oh man. I am genuinely amazed at how optimized this currently is. I cannot give you enough credit on that, especially for a
I
sim game.
appreciate it.
This is
Yeah, you
phenomenal.
said you got an 8-year-old computer
Yeah.
and it's running smooth. It looks like it's running pretty smooth. That's awesome.
Yeah, the stream would look better, but I live in the middle of the country, and 720 at 30 is about as best as I can. I'm running at 1440, so
Seems pretty smooth to me. I haven't noticed anything really, so that's
very
awesome.
nice.
Have you done any other streams for any other game developers or?
There's a guy, also Mississippi based. He's a solo dev, Bethwell Studios. I cannot remember his actual name, but he had a game called Box Crate Man, I believe. It was rough around the edges, but it could, if he put a little more work into it, it could be one of those really frustrating things like getting over it with Bennett Body or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's what he was going for, but it could go that way. It was his first video game ever, so
Oh nice. I'm looking it up now to see if I recognize this one.
I think it's Boxman
Or any of our
Adventures.
new- Yep,
It's
Boxing
from
Adventure.
Bethwell Studios, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, I should have started on the writing lower.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's not as many developers around here. I was prior military, and so I lived in like Hawaii before this, and the meetups there for game development had a much larger turnout. So coming to Mississippi and doing those meetups and only like 6 people showing up, it's definitely a change of pace. That's for sure.
Well, for the Mississippi Gamer Society, I am just the community director. The owner of the group and his wife, they do something called 601G Studios, and it's still a work in progress, but the goal is to be like a multimedia publishing thing and all things nerdy, basically. They're working on their own tabletop RPG system called Spark 13. Uses a 13-sided die. I don't know if you ever do any D&D or anything like that, but
I haven't. I've wanted to. Ed does, and we've talked about starting one up. I've never done one, but I've listened in on a lot of different D&D like podcasts and stuff. So I'm aware of it. I've just never done it myself.
for a while there, they were gonna do. They did game studio stuff as well. They released a mobile game called Cluck and Run. It was a chicken auto runner. It's pretty fun.
It's cool.
But then life happens, and it's kind of game studio stuff's kind of on the back burner at the moment. It's still in the works. Eventually, I believe they got ideas. But yeah, 601G Studios was the big thing that they're hoping to get up and going in the near future. Book publishing, video game publishing, conventions, and all that stuff. Events.
Nice.
Yeah,
I need to
it's-
get more in with the Mississippi like convention scene. I'm not super familiar with it. I know you mentioned Mississippi Con, I think.
Yeah, Mississippi Comic Con. Yeah, we did that last year was my first year helping with that. I believe it's probably going to be our last year for a while. Just moving on to other things. But it was big. It was fun. We met a lot of interesting people. Ray Park was there. He the Darth Maul actor. Somebody brought him a wooden lightsaber, and he did all the stuff. It was really cool.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
And you said you're on the coast.
Yep.
You ever do any fighting game stuff? You into fighting video games?
Smash Bros. I've played a lot of Smash Bros. And then I played a lot of Injustice and
Okay.
Injustice 2.
I
I never really was super big into Mortal Kombat, but I have played it.
okay. I believe there's a few fighting game communities down there. Um, I want to say Battle for the Bracket. Kind of not really competitor. We're kind of buddies with their group. Our fighting group is called Crash the System, but I believe Battle for the Brackets down there on the coast. I could be wrong on that though, but I think that's what they do. They do fighting game tournaments and all that in person as well.
That's super cool. Yeah, I've never done any sort of competitive fighting game stuff. I'm not the greatest. I'll be honest.
I am not competitive. After college, and it may just be because I only play with friends, but once I started playing outside of my friend group, I just was not good.
Yeah, well, I'm the same way.
And then I think I moved to a place that didn't have internet, so I got a year behind all my friends. And when I started gaming again, they were all better than me at that point. So I just play my single player things or co-op. I'm not a competitive guy anymore.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like as soon as you step away from it, you kind of lose it. And then everyone else is ahead of you.
Are there any games coming out this year that you're looking forward to?
That's a great question. I've just been so head down in this game. I don't even know. Like, is Fable coming out this year?
It is.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking forward to that.
And
That's like all-time favorite games.
it
I hope
looks
they do it justice.
amazing. I watched what was it? It wasn't really. It was like a big showcase. They had like 15-20 minutes talking about the game, and it looks like it's super ambitious. They're gonna do it justice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely play that. I'm also looking forward to Lawn Care Simulator when that comes out of early access.
Yeah, that's coming out on my most anticipated list as well.
Yeah, I think Fable's the biggest one right now. Grand Theft Auto, if it ever actually comes out, that'll be cool to play.
I think if it doesn't, their investors are just gonna back out at this point.
I mean, how many times can you delay? Like this, they've delayed it 3 times already, something like
Yeah.
that. So, Forza Horizon 6. The Horizon games are always fun. The like open world.
I was mildly interested in that, and then like the last 10 seconds of the showcase, it just shows a car, and then it shows a Gundam walk behind the car, and I'm like, what the heck? I gotta play it now. Oh yeah, I was already interested.
Into
But
Gundam and
Gundam was one of those formative things for me. I watched a lot when I was a teenager, and it just kind of grew up with me.
nice.
Now, don't get me. I don't know the whole lore and everything of it. But that just always holds a special place to me.
I've got a coworker who's super into that. He plays any sort of Gundam adjacent games that he can find, and yeah, it's always interesting. We do this thing at work every other week. We do a video game book club. We all talk about the games that we played over the last couple weeks, and I think his is always something Gundam related.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think for me, and nobody else knows what I'm talking about, one of the most anticipated titles that I'm looking forward to this year is a game called Deep Dish Dungeon. It is an indie dungeon diving game where your stats are based on the monsters you cook and kill and cook between floors.
What?
And it's 4-player co-op dungeon crawler with lots of puzzles where your stats are based on what you cook and kill it.
I've got the Steam page up. This looks amazing, and it's got the PS1.
I love modern games with that modern aesthetic, that retro aesthetic.
Yeah,
That's probably that, and I'm looking forward to the new 007. I'm really curious to see what they do with that.
oh yeah, that'll be fun. That's actually, speaking of 007, that's one of my favorite games to play on my analog 3D. Play GoldenEye on the 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the controls feel so much weirder coming back to it 20 years later.
Yeah. They did re-release it on Xbox and Switch as a online subscription based. It's either on Game Pass or whatever Nintendo's version of that is, Nintendo Online. But they did include modern controls, and it both feels better and it feels too easy with modern controls. It was definitely made for the old school controls.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you done the thing where you plug in 2 controllers and use each hand as its own stick?
What? No.
That's an official control
It's a real
scheme.
thing?
Yeah.
What?
It's like in the options. If you had a controller plugged into slot 1 and slot 2, you could use it like a dual stick controller, but one hand, your right hand on one controller, your stick on that one aims, your left hand walks around. So they were trying it with the dual stick controls.
I'm gonna definitely try that. That's super cool. Speaking of the PS1 aesthetic, we actually had a game that we wanted to release before Lawn Care Simulator. We had a Steam page up for it briefly. It was, have you ever played, what's the name of these games? There are these recent horror games. You play horror games?
Yeah.
Have you ever played any of the episodic horror games? They're kind of indie. I'm gonna try to find it on Steam.
I played. Are they the ones? I can't think of the name of it now. Is it like you have
Fears
to
to
spot the
Fathom.
anomaly and all that?
Have you played Fears to
Fears to
Fathom?
Fathom. I've seen them being played, but I have not played them myself.
So we were making our own flavor of Fears to Fathom.
Oh, very cool.
So Fears to Fathom, if you don't know, it's basically they take real life horror games or real life like horror stories from the audience, from their player base, from anyone who like submits it with like factual evidence that it was real, and they turn it into like a video game horror story. So you're like playing through the story, and it's almost tells the it's almost like a choice-based storyline where you can only go so many paths, but you're going to experience the story no matter what. And
Yeah.
so they kind of focus on real themes, and so our idea was going to be to make a like fantasy version of that. With like our first episode was going to be about a vampire, and it had that same PS1 aesthetic, pixelated, because that's kind of how Fears of Fathom is a little bit too. And we've actually got an itch.io game that inspired us to do that. So I'll share that here too if anyone wants to play it for free.
Yeah.
We were actually number one for out of like 7,000 games. We were number one in the Game Jam for like the first 6 days of the Game Jam, and then on like the 7th day we started dropping in ratings, but we got a lot of really good feedback on that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Ed's super into horror. I think if Ed had it his way, we would be making a horror game next.
I wanted to do something. I bought like a whole course on how to learn Godot. I haven't gone through it.
Oh, nice.
I haven't had time to go through it like I want to. I thought it'd be fun to make short little indie horror games based on Mississippi folklore and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how I'm
I know there's a lot of like folklore around Stennis Space Center and that whole area, and aliens. There's a lot of...
I'm in central Mississippi for the most part. I know there's a lot of stuff about the Queen, the Temple Theater in Meridian. There's a famous bridge in Chunky that's got, there's a lot of podcasts about it, Stuckey's Bridge. There's a place, I can't remember where it is, but there's a place where the water never stops running across the road. There's like legends of if you stop and wait, there'll be a woman up here. Scranton Booger.
Oh, wow.
There's all kinds of folklore and cryptid stuff in Mississippi.
That's awesome. Yeah, you should. I mean, you should pick up Godot now. It's never been easier. You got AI to help you. Like, if you get stuck with a code problem, throw it in Chat GPT. You'll have a fix in no time. Godot's a pretty good engine, pretty good to learn on. So I'd be interested if you ever did.
Thank you. I'm doing this right. I already got this.
You're sticking to that rail mower.
I am.
A lot of people typically just grab the weed eater for a lot of this stuff.
I did for a bit. I think I'm gonna have to.
We actually, I didn't mention this earlier, but you were talking about Sci-Fi Tools. We released a new weed eater this update, and it's got like 3 heads on the weed eater, and they all spin around each other. And so
That is awesome.
we're just gonna get wacky with it. I think our next weed eater is gonna be some sort of flamethrower that just burns the grass underneath you.
That is
We don't want to
amazing.
like try to stay too realistic. We want to kind of embrace the casual arcadiness of it, and just have fun with it.
Well, I absolutely love that. Appreciate it. And I'm really excited to whatever you guys have moving forward. I am definitely gonna keep going back to this one.
Awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna try to release updates at every week or two, and hopefully in the next few months we'll have a 1.0 release. But I appreciate you having me on here, and I'll make sure to stay tuned in the Discord, and let y'all know if we got anything big coming out.
Yeah. Feel free to use that self promo spot. Any projects,
Awesome.
YouTube videos, announcements you have, just let us know. I'm definitely gonna check them out.
Cool. Well, I'll give like one last shout out for Lawn Care Simulator for anyone in the chat who wants to check it out. Like you mentioned earlier, it's $9.99, and if you play it, all I ask is you give us your honest feedback and a review. There's nothing else that helps more than getting y'all's feedback and getting that review on Steam. So
Yeah, Steam link is in the description below, along with their website as well. So check them out for sure.
you gonna do any levels after this, or you gonna
I'm
call it?
probably gonna call it after this one.
Well,
Finish it out.
if you ever pop on stream with it again to check out some of the other levels, I'll be in the chat to kind of talk with the viewers and answer any questions. But it's been awesome watching you play and get to hear a little bit about you and just talk about the game.
It's been good having you here, man. Stuff like this is always really cool. And thank you for taking the time out of your evening to come hang with us.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm gonna go catch some Z's because I'm sure my kids will be up at some point in the middle of the night. So I'm gonna go grab some sleep, but I'll definitely be tuning in. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
All right. Talk to you later.
Peace. That guy was cool. Bag up all this trash. Go put this away. Come on. There we go. Go put this up. He was probably cringing at everything that I was doing in this game. I was taking so long. Go throw that trash away. My mow lines are whack. Yeah, I cannot stress enough how well optimized this game is. I wasn't just saying that to appease the dev. This is one of the best. You can pick weeds. I'd rather spray them. I think. Maybe. I'm already here though. But yeah, if you have an older system and you've ever played a simulator game, whether it be cooking simulator, food truck simulator, farming simulator, you know that once all those resources hit the screen or anything like that, that it is very heavy on the resources. This game, I haven't had a single issue in performance in this game at all tonight, and that is amazing. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what kind of black magic they're doing, but they're doing it well. So definitely check them out if you've watched me play this far. And again, sorry for all the issues earlier. I don't know why it decided to stop. I guess that's what I get for trying to update my stream on a night where I have something planned. I tried to make it run at 60 frames per second, and it did. It worked there for a while, and then the internet cut out for about 2 minutes, and then it came back up. But after it came back up, I just couldn't do 60 FPS anymore. I don't know if it came back different, or why did I grab that? I needed the leaf blower. Oh yeah, I forgot you can hit C. That is also... That's where the trimmer comes in. I see. Blow this stuff away. Mortal Kombat... Oh, sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. Mortal Kombat Onslaught was such a waste of potential. I don't remember Onslaught. I'd have to check it out. Mortal Kombat is something that I can't play at the house. Did I not hang up? Oops. Nice. Alright, the leaf blower is actually super satisfying. Yeah, we're probably gonna finish this map and call it an early night tonight. Because I know the next level will probably be, if they keep growing like they have been, it's probably gonna take me a while. We're gonna use the edger again, because now that I know what I'm doing with it. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Spot. Got it. Alright, now we just have to put it up. Ah, it's only 920. We'll do one more level. We'll see what it is anyway, at least. Alright, we've got all of our equipment, but let's see, do we buy upgrades? Triple head weed eater, heck yeah. What else can we buy? Push mower. Better push mower. Right, what else can we buy? Zero turn and the combine. That's nice. I should have looked at these earlier because I could have bought the zero turn, I believe. Leaf blower. Edge trimmer. We can do lawn be gone or the backpack spray. I might buy the backpack sprayer. No need for bagging. Alright. That's nice. And do I have enough money for... We'll purchase lawn be gone. Alright, now we're on the farm. Check on my Discord stuff real quick. Nice, okay. Alright, the farmer needs me to mow his lawn. My dad cut this field with a push mower. I've done that before, and I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Okay, it's on. So, how's everybody's night going? Now that I don't have anybody to talk to anymore. Oh, man. That was fun. Zach was cool. I don't know if you can hear the country music over the roar of the engine, but we are hearing some country twang. I didn't take that turn as sharp as I wanted to. Put this away now. Yeah, you can play this game one-handed when you're on the lawnmower. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely calling it a night after taking care of this farm. I don't think this is going to take me as long as it took the playground. Alright, so with the Pokemon 30th anniversary coming up this upcoming Friday, what is everybody's favorite Pokemon video game? If I had to go mainline, I would probably say Silver. That was my favorite of the handhelds. I played Blue, I played Silver, and I played Sapphire. Of those three, Silver was my favorite. Sapphire was probably my second favorite. Blue is probably my third favorite. And that's not to say the Blue is bad. Blue was the OG, and it was good. But compared to the other two, I mean, it was the first, you know? They were trying new things. And then they just made the next ones better. That's how series should go. And then I kind of fell off once the DS versions came out. And I haven't played one since Sapphire. The only ones I've played since then, I guess, are remakes, like Soul Silver, Heart Gold. Ooh, message Discord. Don't see anything. Let me see, is my buddy Zach still streaming? Let's see. Nope, he's offline. Let's finish up this farm. I said this was gonna be easy, but this yard's kind of massive. There we go. And all my windows messed up. What kind of stream would you guys like to see next week? Do I need to play Pokemon? Do I need to do something else? Man, if I wasn't streaming, I'd totally be listening to an audiobook or a podcast or something right now. This is definitely an audiobook or podcast type of level. Oh, man. You guys listen to audiobooks? My wife says I'm obsessed. I've been listening to basically anything Brandon Sanderson I can get. I'm on book 4 of Era 2 of Mistborn. Really digging it. Mistborn, the OG trilogy, is probably one of the best trilogies I've read in my entire life. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this before 10. Had to throw it in reverse there for a second. Yeah, this would suck to do with the push mower. Yeah. Excuse me, that was a hiccup. Something dumb here. Start cutting this way. You see that mountain in the background? That's nice. That is awesome too. The most recent line I cut was the greenest. That is awesome. Maybe it's just because it was the way I was facing. That seems more likely. Okay. Still. Have I just been? Just turning around. I sure have. No, I haven't. That's right. I was zoned out there for a bit. I guess I need to be closer to the microphone anyway. Oh man. I need to figure out a non-awkward way to put this microphone right in front of my face without the stand getting in my way. There we go. Oh, as close as we can without hitting it. Yep. Doing this level and then calling it a night. We're almost there. And I don't know how many streams I've done now in a row where there have been no dropped frames or network issues, and the night I actually have a developer on is the night everything decides to mess up. Take you back to 2016. Yeah, I wish I had more I'd prepared to talk to him about. Probably would have been better had I played a lot more of the game before talking to him. I thought it'd be fun to get his live reaction, though. He did kind of carry the conversation when I ran out of things to talk about, and for that I am thankful. That's not the first time that's happened to something I've done. It was a time when I did a Board Time Things podcast. It only had 2 episodes. It didn't last very long. But episode 2, I had contacted an arcade manager. I did an episode on arcades, and I wanted to talk to somebody in the field, expert in the field. And I could not get in touch with a single local arcade person. So I reached out to an arcade that I went to like 3 years prior in Florida. And they responded positively, and I actually had the manager of that on the podcast, and it was a great episode. And then that was the last episode. I did 2 full episodes of the Board Time Things podcast. You know, I call myself a YouTuber. When I was looking at the stats, I feel like I'm constantly working on a video. It's always something in my head. I'm always writing things down, always getting games for ideas that I have. There's games I want to talk about. I play through those, record footage. And last year, I only put out 2 videos. 2 videos in a full year. And this week I've been thinking, maybe I just need to stop trying to make videos for YouTube. Just do streaming and podcasting only. Because when I'm at work, I think about how I'm gonna work on the video when I get home, all day, almost every day. And then I get home, and I gotta cook dinner. I gotta get ready for the next day. And by the time I get ready for all that, I am drained and just ready to go to bed. And there's not a lot of time left for hobbies. which leaves us to get more stuff done on the weekend. But we're always busy on the weekends. It's like literally the only free time I have is Sunday evenings, and I've given it to streaming. Sunday morning is church, getting stuff done, and after this, I should probably go meal prep, but I think I might just be bad and get fast food for lunch tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. Meal prepping's not going to be bad. For the first couple days this week, I am going to do a cucumber crab salad. We have started working pretty heavy. We got a lot of big jobs at work, and I don't want to eat anything super heavy at lunch. And a cold cucumber crab salad probably hit the spot. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. We're almost there. All right, it is almost Easter time. Of all the holidays, why does Easter have the best candy? You got robin's eggs. You got all the companies putting everything they have into making a unique jelly bean. Sweet tart jelly. I got a bag of sweet tart jelly beans right here, and if it wasn't streaming, I'd be eating them right now, but I don't want to be chewing in the microphone. Alright, last line going down this side of the house, I think. Yeah, we got that side done. Do the edges soon. Get it, yeah! Now we tackle this. Nice. Back, forward, back up and try to hit that. I missed it. And by we, I mean me. I include chat. Chat, you are we. Turn. We are accomplices. We've almost mowed the entire yard. 89% done with mowing. After this, we're gonna go try out our new trash pickupper thingy. That's a lot I'm missing. That is a super helpful feature, though. I think it's a really smart thing they did by making the game way more arcadey than simulatory. Sure, it's realistic in some parts, but once you've gotten over the novelty of that, they've got other cool stuff for you to do, and that is what's going to make this game stick around. So close. It's gonna be a rough line. Gonna get the stragglers real quick. Pick up the trash, so we're gonna hit it. Oh, come on. Ah! Did that. Okay. Let's go pick up the trash. Oh my gosh, yes. Alright, all the trash is gone. Let's use this beast. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the edges. This is nice. The more we can get with this, we won't have to come later with the lawnmower. Very nice. Uh-oh. Good. Oh, no, this one. Are we gonna make 2 lines real quick down here? That. Turn around this. And then we're gonna finish it off. Based on the rate we're going, we're gonna finish up right at 10 o'clock, I think. I could play this game for hours, which is crazy because I hate yard work in real life. Why is that? I am not an outdoors person, but I'm always proud of the work I've done whenever I cut the grass. The man getting the will to start. I know I missed a patch. I zoned in there for a second. This out. This. Swinging it like that is super dizzying. I'm sorry. Here, I'll run straight line here. I'll turn around and go back. Oh, it's gonna look so nice. Around like this. Oh, whoa, I didn't even realize there was another field. Uh-oh. I might not be able to finish this tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not finishing this tonight. We're 50% done with the outer fence. Did not anticipate there being that much. Let's clear off around the house. We might yet do this before 10. All right, let's trim those hedges. And weed those flowers. That is super satisfying. Glad this spray only kills weeds. Very nice. All right. So we're gonna get the riding mower again. We're gonna go all the way down the drive. As close to the fence as we can. Oh my gosh, this is a long drive. Looks like it stops up there by the sign, though. There is an invisible wall. Right. Oh no. Force is massive. funny if they just put like a unicorn or something out there. Alright, we are at 90%. Let's go finish this job up with a weed eater. We might be able to do it in the last 5 minutes of the stream. We're gonna be cutting it close. Running through. I'm not going to take my time. I'm going to hope that I get just a high enough percentage that it makes the rest of it disappear. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I am missing a lot. Yeah, I missed a lot. Let's go back. Let's get close to it. Yeah. What SJ Jelly Beans? Walk in here. I wonder if they plan on adding anything out in the cornfields. It's unusual for them to leave it open like that with no invisible wall. Alright, that worked. Now we do this one. So close. Alright, what am I missing? Putting my tools on the trailer. What's in the... Wait, is there anything out here that we can get? Bro, if they did like some horror Easter egg with this scarecrow, that'd be amazing. I like the low poly aesthetic look of the scarecrow. Oh man. Yeah. It's about time for the stream to end. Let's finish this job and call it a night. That was that. That took us 34 minutes. We cut 437,700 blades of grass. Grandpa's shop. All right, that is going to be it for the night. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are still here, thank you for watching this far. I know there were some technical issues first hour in, but we're back. We made it through. Where to go? Yeah, we're back. This has been a fun night. We had Zach, one of the two devs on this game. Sounds like he handles most of the programming, and the other guy, Edward, handles the art. And for that, this is amazing for a two-man project, by the way. Absolutely awesome. I've mentioned it a couple times tonight. Optimization for this is superb. I'm running on an 8-year-old computer at this point. and I had no performance issues whatsoever. The only issues I had with stream tonight were network related. So this is awesome. If you guys like the game, you can check it out below. I put the Steam link below. You can check out their website, moonlightergames.com, as well. Put that link there too. In the game, I didn't put a link, but there's a link for their Discord. And that's all I really have tonight. If you like what we do here at Board Time Things, you can check out the links below. Follow me on all the socials to get updates for any streams or anything going on. Who knows what I may have in the future. This upcoming week is Pokemon week. We plan on doing a couple podcasts soon. We've got a couple planned out. It's just finding the time to get the guys to sit down and talk together. Life is busy, man. Every time I think it's gonna slow down, it doesn't. And I just feel like it's been that way my entire adult life. Just make it to the next point, it'll slow down. Just make it to the next point, it'll slow down. And then it doesn't slow down. Anyways, before I start sounding like a grumpy old man, that's all I got tonight. Peace out, everyone.